Hi, my name's Keith. I know all about these computers. You stick your finger in there, you'll definitely get an electric shock. You'll go, "Ah," and fry like a little turkey on a shish kebab or something like that. These are called thermofans. They spin around and around and around. You can get little bits of paper and maybe a peg from the clothesline. They go like putting it in the spokes of a wheel and stuff like that. You got multiple ones. Water cooling system. Oh. Alright. So, anyway, you got all these motherboards. They're like little electrical gizmos with little things attached to it and stuff like that. You got that big liquid cooled CPU. That's incredible. High tech. Back in 2000 and they were talking about it, and now that it's 2014 they've finally got it out. And then you got the RAM memories and stuff like that. They're big long ones. They're pretty big. They're pretty big.
Oh.
Normal little ones in other computers are only tiny little ones, but these are oversized ones. And apparently this one is a bit of a state-of-the-art one. It's got a graphics system in it with a very large graphic card with special paint and cooling systems all enlaced and all over it and covering it and stuff like that. Alright, you got inputs and outputs. Well, I've forgotten the name of them actually, but they're all situated up there. They all go in and they all connect up to your RAM memory, which is connected to the CPU, and the CPU is connected to the all sorts of motherboards and hard drives. And hard drives, you can get external hard drives which you also plug in here. You get them all different sizes, like to industrial size. But you'd never need an industrial size unless you got an industrial size computer. You'd have to be a computer server or something like that to be able to use such a large motherboard, unless you're wanting to download a whole entire library or something like that, which you definitely need. And anyway, it's all got pretty LED light systems, which make it rather interesting and looks pretty cool. And yes, and it's definitely cool. Yeah, you got all these I guess they're like a fibre optic cable, and you got copper wire cables and stuff like that. I don't know, has it got fibre optic cable? But you got these ribbon cables, which are those type there. They got like little strands of silver or gold or whatever in them. Which, you could melt it down, no? Alright, might be some sort of graphite or something like that. I have no idea. But apparently in some sort of computer systems they do use a lot of gold, but I think that's in outer space and high-tech technology where they design it to last a long time when electricity travelled through metal substances. I think gold is probably one of the best, except for like the new types of fibre optic, which I have no idea. It looks like plastic to me, but yeah, anyway. Oh yes, it's incredible. Look at all that sheer genius. They definitely, it's some sort of scientific wizardry that actually gets it going. As you can see, there's a general build-up of cobwebs that get in there, and dust and dirt and particles and stuff like that. The actual lifespan of one of these machines is probably 2 to 3, 4 years maybe, providing you keep it in the correct sort of environment, which would probably be upstairs refrigerated air conditioning, cool, clean, crisp air, which is dry, free of moisture and condensation and stuff like that. Oh. Alright, the whole unit itself is pretty big and pretty well portable. You can pick it up and carry it around, lug it around and stuff like that. They're pretty well designed, except for in the instance if you have a solitaire or something like that, there's no lead structure covering it, protecting it from ultraviolet radiation, which beams down through the houses, through the roofs, and through, I don't know how it would go through corrugated iron, because, well, galvanised would probably reflect some of the UV that which would penetrate through the plant and through the earth, everything except for lead. So yeah, but if you encase it with lead, you'd be definitely alright during a solar storm and stuff like that. But apart from that, if you were to cop a solar storm, well, it would just about erase everything on hard drives and CPUs and stuff like that, I could imagine, and CD and discs and all your music and all your USB sticks and who knows what else they're bringing out in high technology today and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, she's a beautiful little machine. You can store all sorts of information and stuff like that. But anyway, yes. Yeah, that's about my extent of knowledge on computers. So I'll have to advise my technicians in the background to sort of enlighten me a bit more about these new high-tech fangle-wangle things. So anyway, alright.
That's an SLI bridge.
Ah, an SLI bridge. Alright, so we used to call them ribbons in 1980s, in the early 80s. We had these big bands of ribbons that we used and stuff like that. Back then, it used to go into telephones, and you could actually pick the telephone up and hear this little musical sounds which went through it, and that was the computer language of binary codes of C++ yeah. Anyway,
Now on the farm.
Now, what subject are we going to talk about next? Shall we go to the shed? Shall we talk about my other creations or inventions that I may be contemplating and thinking about devising into the futuristic world of high techness? And yes. Hey, alright. So, do you wish to take a wander around the property and have a look at some of my other projects that I've started and created and visibly enduring to solve some of the dilemmas that I've struck and come across and upon? Would you like to have a look around? Maybe we should actually switch this off for a little while. We might even bring the compressor over later on and we'll blow it out and clean it out, and I'll get my advisor Joy, which is a bit of a computer whiz because he grew up with that sort of stuff. But anyway, we'll dismantle it, pull it apart, clean it out, have a look at the cobwebs, the dust, the dirt, the particles and stuff like that. Yeah, alright. Now, shall we switch it off? Yeah.